questioning with Jacqueline has been done, but yet Jacqueline has not come out of this EOW for a lunch break. We are getting to know that in the lunchtime also, Jacqueline will be in the premises only, and we are getting to know also that after the lunch hour, Pinky, Irani, as Shravan was quoting, and Jacqueline Fernandez will be made to sit across each other, and the confrontation part will be done by the EOW officers to know more about the relation between Pinky Irani and Sukesh Chandrasekhar, and also between Pinky Irani and Jacqueline, and the set of answers which Jacqueline has already given last year on August 30th and October 20th. We will like to tell you that last year Jacqueline was interrogated 2 times by ED officers where she accepted that she has accepted luxurious and valuable gifts from Sukesh Chandrasekhar, and many a times Pinky Irani gave those gifts from the side of Sukesh Chandrasekhar. So Shivangi, we are getting to know
I want to go back to Shravan Sen at this point of time. Harsha, keep updating us with what's happening. Interrogations happening right now. Jacqueline Fernandez is being quizzed where Harsha is. But I want to go back to Shravan Sen, who can also help us understand what we can expect next. Because in the supplementary charge sheet, Shravan, Jacqueline was aware of Sukesh's exploits. That's exactly what it says. So that is going to definitely be coming up during the quizzing of Jacqueline Fernandez, Shravan.
Well, Shivangi, you're basically citing what was there in the Enforcement Directorate's supplementary charge sheet, in which Jacqueline Fernandez has been named as a co-accused. Now, as far as the Delhi Police Economic Offences Wing is concerned, they would also be looking at 2 aspects. One, the fact that whether she was in the know-how of the conspiracy of the extortion racket. The very fact that lodged at Rohini jail, he was being able to carry out the extortion racket. In fact, calls were basically made to a top businessman's wife, and the extortion racket continued for almost a year. Whether at all she was aware of this. Second, when did they actually meet? Was it right in between when the extortion racket was being carried out? That's another aspect that they would be looking at. But what's important to point out here is that while Jacqueline Fernandez's team would like everyone to believe that she should be treated as a victim, but it turns out the investigative agencies are not in the same space of mind at this point in time, simply because they believe that the evidence is basically against her, is against Jacqueline Fernandez at this point in time, simply because they believe that the meeting between Pinky Irani and Jacqueline Fernandez, or the fact that they were in touch, indicates that she perhaps knew much more than what she is essentially revealing at this point in time. And there are certain contradictory responses that have basically come in from the actor, and that is the reason why it appears that she's currently in the dock right now. As we speak, I'm given to understand that both of them are being confronted, but at this point in time, of the 55 questions that were essentially prepared, not very sure how much has essentially been covered over the last few hours, because she entered around 11 o'clock this morning. Clarity on this would perhaps come in by the end of the day once the questioning is over. It's expected to last between about 5 to 6 hours is what we are picking up at this point in time, but things could certainly change given the fact that a confrontation is actually taking place between Jacqueline Fernandez and Pinky Irani, which is going to be important. But it's going to be a setback if the Delhi Police Economic Offences Wing actually still considers Jacqueline Fernandez as a suspect, because one, she's already been is seen as accused in the Enforcement Directorate's charge sheet. If she's seen as a suspect, and if they continue on the same line, then there is a high possibility that in the supplementary charge sheet that is also going to be filed by the Delhi Police Economic Offences Wing, there's a high possibility that she could once again figure in that particular charge sheet too.
All right, Shravan is getting us all the details, and Harsha is also getting us all the details from ground in the Jacqueline Fernandez quizzing. What we can tell you is that Jacqueline Fernandez is being examined as a suspect in the extortion case, and Jacqueline was confronted with Pinky Irani, and Irani was the one who introduced Jacqueline Fernandez to Sukesh. All right, let's have a look at the other big story we are tracking right now, and this is over the Agniveer Rao. This story is coming from Punjab. Punjab CM has directed at this point of time